Alright, we are back in the game. Though our screen looks a bit odd. That door spoke as a window. Alright, now last time we fought the elves at the castle. And now we are actually following Ovin and Gorath once again. They kind of escaped from the north, but now they have a new mission. And they have only one clue, and it's a book of macros. Which is like... meh, we don't know what that is. 5 months and stuff. Like boys have been adventuring. Oh. Strength. Casting 100. Barding 100. Nice. So, now. Odd stuff happening. I don't think there's any about. You never know. Of there. In a mocker territory, advise you turn about and leave before I'm forced to do you a good bit of harm. Please, if you could just answer a few questions for us, and then we will be out of here. Questions. Only thing as concerns me is getting the mess from the storm taken care of and getting us all back in our collective feed. Ordinarily, we don't object to a storm nows and thens. Please the smell out of it, if you know what I mean. But this storm, it did us a peace roll, alright? Water coming from the seas and was a score of us into ocean, destroyed our headquarters and ruined our plan to take care of this local problem. And we almost had him. Who did you almost have? The crawler, that's who. And not that it concerns you anyway. Once he had the upright man out of his way, I guess he decided that it was time to come around and claim his prize. We had other ideas, of course. We had hand little trap all baited for him. One such like he couldn't refuse. But would have had him scurrying back to the Sunset Isles or whatever else in the 7 lower hells he came from. Unfortunately, the weather didn't cooperate with our little plan. Are you of any mockers magicians? No, at least none that admits it freely. Sooner cut a magican throat that led him among us. But if truth be known, we would have welcomed one these past few months. Some of the crawler's men are magic types. Are they? Any of them left down here? To say, we are still picking through our own dead, much less worried about which of them were still here. Large portions of the sewers are collapsed. There even word that the portion of the seawall collapsed, and it opened a new stairway to a lower level of the sewers. Interesting. I think it's time we left. Do what you like, pointy ears. Just get out of the sewers before someone decides to make a meat pie of you. Believe me, I have no burning desire to stay down here. I, for one, will be quite happy if I never see the underside of the Krondor again. Goodbye, Lim. Luck. Because we are not going to leave here. But actually, unload something. Anti-venom, of course, as I'm okay with their stuff. Also, inventory is still well. Let's head back in. So, okay, the thieves want us to help them. They don't actually. So the new way to the lower part of the chat here, so I can actually interest. Okay. They were not alone. Korath's pulse quickened as he saw the lone figure approach. But then when it became apparent they were not being attacked, he relaxed a bit, squinted slightly in an attempt to see who was about to join them. Cat, you are not mockers. Where did you came from? Interesting fact, there's not many female characters in this game. Above, from the palace, from Krondor. From above, then you are not one of Buck's students. He sent you down to help us. No. You don't. I don't understand. Why are you here? We believe that Duke Buck knows of magicians who are living sewers under Krondor, and we need to speak to them about something. Would you know anything about them? I have no time for this. I have something that I have to find, and the mockers are making thorough search of the sewers. They find me, I'll be floating in the harbor at dawn. The mockers may be looking for you, but they are looking for us. If we find what you are looking for, we might be able to prevent your death. In exchange, you answer to a few questions for us, and half an hour, you can be on the road to Sarth or Malaklos or whatever you want to go. How do I know you won't have the thief skills lying wait for me? You don't. But as you have said, without our help, you are already as good as dead. As I see it, at least we can give you an option that doesn't end in a grave. Let's help each other. Tell me what you are looking. A bronze statue. I believe it's called Idol of Lasser. The crawler heard a legend from the Keshian years ago about this object. It's the initial reason that he started looking for magicians by age. And it's reputed to endow its owner with the power over health. The legend has it that the idol was aboard a ship went down near Krondor, but the crawler believes that it made it to dry land and was eventually buried here when it was Keshian. And if you bring this to you, this statue, will you tell us what we need to know? My word. It is. So let's see. I think we knew the. Way around here. Way down. We just couldn't access it in the previous chapters. Hello, Lim. Best fashion NP. Let's not cast flame, but Petter's Prime. That's a wizard right there. Freeze. One hit wonder. Almost dead. And rest, and Korat can go and deal with this mage. Okay. Freeze. Alright, we had that armor. We can actually go and sell it. It's trapped. Shall we try to deactivate? Yes. Oi, 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 that's nice. Idol of Lazaro uses F8. What if Idol rested in his hand like a squat sexless gnome, rationally knew it would take no great effort to crush the leering Ivory big figurine. He would merely have to close his hand, but somehow he felt as if their roles were reversed, as if he were the fragile thing in the statuette's tiny ball. Can affect players. Have it. Dungeon. Oh, it's affecting our stats. Oh, they have a nice armor. has nice armor as well. Put in 9 plus strength, 10 plus. Yeah. much more better. Much better. So we left pile of naphtha. We can, yeah, I think I'm going to need that, so we can have like stuff away. I wonder if I can sell these at Krondor. These are pretty expensive armor anyways. Dungeon is actually a lot longer, but we are kind of found what we were looking for. I wonder how the Idol of Lazarus is basic or this is a gem shop. I'll sell the second emerald away. Won't probably need it. Okay, only 200 for this armor. Going to find those shovels from other places. Crossbow. Oh, let's see what these are slightly inaccurate. They are making like damage. 5. No, the enhanced quarrels is still better. Yeah, let's unload. And we have this spyglass. Let's forget it. Blessing, we need blessing for. they are still here. So apparently trash collecting remove these sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay, he didn't have any. Olim, want to talk to you right now. Problems with the small inventory. Thanks for following. Okay, so what is here? We can't actually enter Locklear's room. So or let's go and return the thing to the cat here. Down here. Glenn 0325, thanks for watching. Hello Lim, we don't want to talk to you once again. He's like wondering why we are going back and forth. Anyway, let's return this quest. I can hear the mockers getting closer. Have you found the idol flasher for me? Aren't you concerned that the Krondor will abuse the idol? With it, he might kill hundreds of people. The prince or maybe even the king. Are you sure you want to give it to him? I'm counting on his using it. You see, he didn't learn everything there's to know about the idol. The idol of Lazar does give its owner the power over life, but none on Mid-Chemia can be its true owner. Lazar in its owner, and that is but another Islandi name for Lim's Kragma, the goddess of death. For any else that lay claim to it, they die within the month. I thought you worked for the crawler. No one works for the crawler. Now, what men surround him do so out of fear or debt, but none of for loyalty's sake. I intend to put his plans to ruin, but we don't have time to talk about that. The matter of our deal. What do you need to know? What leads to crawler's magicians? I'm not certain, but I believe he's the Abbot Graves in Malak's Cross. Ah, we know. He was known as an exceptional scribe once, and he was trusted with the books coming from Stardock until Puck discovered what was happening. So the abbot would have been trusted with the transcribing books on magic, like of macros. All sorts of books. The one that found out of idol of Lazar's true nature relayed the information to me. I think you told me what I need to know. Thank you, and I wish you well. It always boils down to lesser evils, doesn't it? Perhaps someday our choices won't be so grim. Goodbye, boy, and good luck you as well. Alright, now we need to go to the Malax Cross. Rest. Hello, Lim. Hi, Lim. Rest. We have going back and forth sewers for a long time. Rainbow from Peli-Rami. Okay, so they need to Owen needs to reach the maximum stamina. So let's part a bit. Mine with my blood I paid to part against all who oppose her. Oh, that was beautiful, the tavern keeper said. Reaching into his pockets, he removed 225 sovereigns, placed them in Owen's hand. Oh, wow. Wow. Hello. The tax collector looked ill. Slumping on his bench, he gazed into open space, his monocle fogged, and his features slackened. Seeing Owen, he seemed to pale somewhat. Invek, please state your business quickly and quietly. I'm incapacitated just now. I'm sorry to interrupt your hangover, sir, but it's very important that we speak to you. Have you seen or spoken to Bucko Stardog in the past few days? He's disappeared from the palace, and we are trying to find out whatever he might have gone or done before he left. It could be that he and I dressed the Princess Anita's finest gowns and danced with the skeletons of the dogs, but I don't remember a single detail of this last evening. I had a bit of too much drink, I believe, and I'm regretting it with a great acuity at this moment. Surely you might remember the events when you entered the bar. Nothing. Not a moment's mind as blank as a slate. I don't even remember where it was, where it is I mislaid my keys. Maybe you found your keys, you'll recall the last night's events. That's a respectable theory, young friend, but as I am in no condition to move, I cannot test your hypothesis. Tell me what they look like, and if we run across them, we will bring them back to you, and maybe then you'll remember. Not much to distinguish from other keys. It has my name, S upon it. That's all. Good luck. Take care of yourself, old friend. Okay, so we need to find his keys. But this game still doesn't have a quest log. It wasn't like a thing at the 90s. Alt tapping. Exit. That's our stuff from previous chapter, which is nice that it's still here. I mean, in some places the garbage collection actually worked. no disadvantages, but many times you can actually find your stuff from where you left it. At us. Okay, there's a guy dead. Nivex key. Well, this was easy. Boiled rations. And nobody has bothered to collect the corpse from the crossroad. Main road. Anyway, we found your key. So, have you found the key that will unlock my past? If you mean have we found your key, the answer is yes. I have it right here in my bag. But it might be advisable for you to consult the solicitor for advice. Why? Where are my keys? We found them on a dead man. He was just outside of Krondor. It looked as though the side of his head had been bashed with a large blunt weapon. Was he an enemy of yours? If you are suggesting that in my stupor I killed someone, you have lost your senses. I'm not violent when I'm drunk, and in fact I tend to fall unconscious after even a few tankards of ale. And I'm starting to recall a few things about my episodes, shall we call it? I remember a man who came into Rainbow Parrot and offered me a drink. And then it seems I followed him somewhere outside of town, perhaps, where you killed him. No, where he offered me more to drink. And then he took me someplace else, or did his friend take me there? And then after that, everything still a blank. So these strangers got you drunk and stole your key. Does your house key open any other locks other than your house? Yes, it opens the locks of my correspondence office in Egli. Prince had my keys made specially with so I could have access to any of the kingdom's treasury offices. Mind if we borrow this key for a while? I want to test the theory. Be my guest, anything to help my own cause. I would really like to get this cleared up. We'll do what we can, thanks. So basically, once again we have lots of side quests we could actually do, and we know we are going to Malax Cross, which is right here. Egli is just north, so we actually go there. We know that there's less enemies in the roads because they don't spawn in this chapter. And I'm mistaken. So, okay. So some of the, or maybe we didn't go in the last chapter here, but it's like enemies about, and we don't ambush because these guys don't have as good scouting skill as the Volkorath has. Okay, there's lots of elves. No mages though. Make a radical move. He's doing crazy damage with this sword. Almost every time hitting. blind badass. Owen is a bit leveled up, so he can actually now hit the professional fighters, assassins, whatever. Okay, he killed one. Yeah, accuracy. Yeah. Percent. I don't have anything worth taking. It might be like start of the game where I actually sold everything to the shop, but so far I'm not feeling like it. Okay, second ambush. I wonder if they don't want to get us there. Ambush? No, we don't. Oh, goblins. Haha! That what? He hit Krondor. Ouch. That's quite a sharpshooter. Okay, Owen is poisoned. Ouch. Why are they shooting? Okay, he escaped. Come on, stop hitting me. Poisoned. Yes. Why we have an antidote? Oh, we have away our armor. Thing not as probably. Oh, rations. They all died in the same pile. So valued viewers. Have you played this game? Not many people have. Only old guys like me. Lost a lot. Lot of points. So I think the inventory Tetris a bit. We need to kill everything on our way to the village. pawn shop. Let's buy some tools. Redstone was okay, but armor's hammer was pretty dead. We couldn't ambush them. Bit of friendly fire. Ouch. Thanks for their archer who's actually helping us. He has a makings of the battle mage now. Oh. All of them have even food them. How are they planning to leave? Wonder. Empty. Our path seems futile. We need to find the book of macros. Perhaps a scribe might be our best source of information. What do you know about scribes in southern Mid-Chemia? The vaults of Sarth are, of course, replete with the scribes. Brother Mark could help us there. Also, I've heard about graves at Malacross is well known for such knowledge. So we are going to Malacross. I don't think we need to be Sarth. Yeah, we are going to do. Okay. More fighting. We are doing more fighting. Ah, I can cast something. Yeah, freeze. Little experience for the okay armor. I'm going to keep it. The spoiled. Just don't eat spoiled. Oh, nice. Tapir. Pretty okay damage with the swing, but these are those weapons that are starter weapons. So, the end. I might pick up these special weapons, but That's a bit ugly. Tavern. Ah, it's open. Take the up. This was the special lock that needed. Thankfully his key had worked. Owen pushed the door open. Inside they found a variety of objects, including assortments of papers and ledgers, writing table and a small bed. Stooping down to examine the papers more carefully, Owen saw they were tax records for some kind. He also found several notes that had been signed. Stellan. Search this room carefully, commanded Owen. We may find something we can use. Aha. The minds of Mac, Board and Dog are hereby deeded Yakar Black Badge, and we all well therein as section of the caverns were sealed by the special door which may only be opened with map. A magical spell having put upon it. Backboard and Dog. Interesting. They only need something magical. And it might not appear that way, but it actually I think this was pretty important. Let's play the hit song once again. It's adorable, he can only play one song. But he's making a killing. Evan's Pat, evidently less than pleased with the hand of solitaire poker he had dealt himself, he glanced up at his newfound patrons who had were milling in the door. Seeing Owen, he gave the heart-hearted scream. I'm not sure if I like this town any better now that the people are coming back. And now it's all I can do. Find a minute to think. Price, I guess you pay for your dreams. What can I get you for you? So basically, in last chapters, we actually, a couple chapters back, we actually solved this curse of this town. And that's why the people are back. Anything of interest happening around here? See, business around here is picking up. We already got our first new full-time resident, and he's as mad as old King Roderick. Really? Why do you say that? I discovered him out the graveyard crawling up a grave. He had already broke into one of the coffins, but I guess the body had already been decomposed because there wasn't anything inside the box. After I got him cleaned up, I took him one of the horses and put him in bed. I'll need to check on him later. If you like to pay him a visit, he's in the last house on the right before you leave the town heading. Last house on the right before town heading north. Okay, it's Gorathu experience. So he's here, basically. Owen stood motionless, waiting for a response. Seconds later, a large, amply endowed woman, nice, came to the door holding a small child on one. My husband still has chores to do. You have just head on back over to the stranger and maybe he'll join you when he... Before he had the chance to reply, the door closed. On the other side, Owen could hear the man weakly protesting, but Butterball, I'd never seen those men before. This was followed by a thwack and muffled shout. Then silence. Okay, spousal violence. wasn't the days. Interesting. One of those chapters where we need to actually go pretty far. That's cryptic. Like this stuff here, but I don't think that it was interesting. I don't know where it's does. So we might as well go back to the watch Krondor and actually Tumalax Cross, which we had actual hint. Buying that. Buying that. And let's sell some exit stuff. This is going 131. Okay. Then again, we don't really need money at this point. We are going south, or more or less. Now we have one thing we could actually do. That's actually get a blessing to Korath's board. So it could be even more OP. This is basic shop with the basic stuff. Nothing interesting here. take. Darkmoor. I'm going to get something to drink at this point. Not summer anymore, so it's we have slightly dark here. A woman was moving down the road. Judging by her space and the way she was looking over her shoulder, she seemed to be concerned about that someone might be pursuing her. Afraid that the woman might be in danger or of some harm when called out for to her. Hey, we know this, Grandma. Sorry. What are you doing on this road? You are not thinking of going into Malacros, are you? Actually, the abbot of the abbey has betrayed his students and his town is besieged by some kind of monsters. I should have known that I couldn't escape the evil that brought down Sharon. And likely your elf friend here had something to do with it. Korat has nothing to do with it, I assure you. Actually, he was with the Battle of Setalarn. Oh. But what are these monsters and why would they be attacking Malacros places? If you value your lives, you'll help the villagers find the abbot and deliver his head on a stake to those snake men. Oh no, snake men. They are actually pretty bad. They have promised to leave everyone else alive if the abbot is turned over to them. Interesting. These are indeed some kind of monsters. What makes me think that they'll be satisfied with killing an abbot? Who's for knowing? As for my own self, I'll be in Darkmoor drinking up the oh my. I left my ale in the Queen's Row in Malacros. Now I have none for the brew for weeks unless you brave your courage boys can go and fetch it for me. I've got a few other things to attend to. Hopefully it'll brighten up the old Mrs. Day, especially one what hasn't been a good home anymore. If you get it, you can come and bring it to my friend's Lump's house, Darkmoor. That's where I'll be staying for a bit. I will see what we can do, but I can't promise you anything. That's fine, love, just fine. You'll see, I will see, I'll see you then. And he remembers that my friend's name is Ulam. Good traveling to yours. And you as well. Be careful on the way to Darkmoor. Okay, so we need to go Darkmoor. And they are finding the... They are actually wanting the guy who knows about the book. Coincidence? I think not. Actually, map we past the Darkmoor. Oh, sorry, Malacros, and then get the blessing. Serpentman, he observed calmly. I would have all of them dead. You may get your wish on, replied, assuming they don't kill us first. There's two of them. Ouch. They are both wizards. This is hurt. This is hurting. Ouch. I'm fine. 30 points. I'm fine. 40 points. By the way, you could, like, freeze. And you could, like, stop casting. Okay. Owen is practicing attacking here. Practice. Oh. 94%. 94 damage. So serpent people were really evil and they were like bad guys in follow-up series. Up here. And rapier is yeah, it's okay, but it's not that great. So we are dealing with the serpent when we are going to get the blessing, and that's why we were saving money, because those blessings are pretty expensive, and we have Port of Limbs Gragma, so like double is so actually with the Oracle. So do you know there's monsters on the road? Excellent. Plus 15% its stats. Which is pretty much crazy. Both of them are wounded. Rest. Sure. Now we can return back and wreak some havoc. So these serpent men have a like Lovecraftian quality. They are doing much everything. So there's some hard fights ahead. And there's 3 of them now. They get the advantage. Luckily, both of them missed. Bad. Okay, both of them froze, so that's game. Are not the people you rifle with. Let's hope we can get at each. Have anything? Otherwise, we should be okay. And ouch. Ouch. Okay, so this is totally about luck. I hate these kind of fights. And in the first fight, they all missed, so okay, now, yeah. This kind of fight once again. Because they are mages and they can do spells like this. It's like if I don't get the advantages on the fight, I'm good to lose. I think I got it. Maybe surprise them. This way. And he can get first hand. Now this is slightly more even. He can get to close combat. Dice to better. I'm at least third. Interesting. Low. And now we get to go to all three of them. And there's more of them. Nope. That's interesting. Oh, okay, this resource is actually stacking. I could have actually used this staff, lightning staff. It better remember it last time. Owen was using his powers a lot. Naphtha. Amount of naphtha, but I'll try to use those others first. This is going to be even more hard. Okay, because they are now in the gaggle fuck here. I'm going to somehow I can't target that guy. Okay, that was me spot. Brad can go here because he's now blocking almost everyone. Okay, sure, you can do damage to your friends, yes please. Now it's a conga line here, but target others. Out some odd reason. Here. Down. There's a target that one, so I don't. If I miss, I don't. Okay, that worked. For super resolution here with the game. Okay, this is going to be first guy who's going out. It's the wrong place to actually test the lightning stuff. Okay, that went surprisingly well. So it's all about this is we know what this is. Or weapon they did them. Sorry boy. Oh, but that expensive. I'm going to drop this. One free. Fights against Serpent. Ah, we know what. It's tough now. That's really handy when you are surrounded by fighters. Okay, Malax Cross. enough room. Oops. Motions to figure across the room. The man walked over to join them. He stood before them, eyebrows up visibly. Great customers tonight, and I thought I was going to tend the heart with these puny lads. How have we merited bravery, barkeep? He's asking stupid questions. Haven't you heard the stories by the sneak people about roaming the streets, stealing babies from their mother's arms and giving the sheep blue heavens? Stole the gambles right of those nourishment Finch house and plucked up the letters at the abbey. You don't seem to have had any difficulties. No, I wouldn't. The life's here and I don't have a tread the roads. I can't just close up the shop when some prating student elects the rumble of law. So do you think this is all par prank? Come off it, lads. Snakes and looks like people are running about stealing chickens. That's not a joke, then I'm a false uncle. Of course it's a prank. But you take me for an old buggering gaffer. Now what I can do for you? Perum. Do you know anything woman good by the name Perum? She comes in and drinks on occasion. You're looking for her. Actually no, we ran her and she said she left something behind. The last time she was here. She asked to pick it up for her. I'll say she left something behind, keg of Keshian ale. Good thing I didn't drain it myself. I'll get it for you before you leave. That's barred. 106. That's okay. We could view. Right now. Korath is still first. That's the ale. About Graves. You picked an inconvenient time for a visit. I have business to attend to. Why would Panthathians be interested in attacking the Abbey shop? Panthathians are snake people. And what would they blame you for it? The citizens are terrified, flee the city for fear of their lives. They blame you, Abbot. Please, I don't know why they would make these accusations. I'm not responsible. I will not be responsible. If you are thinking of fleeing the city, I wouldn't advise it. I've been told that some of the townspeople intend to make you a present to the Panthanians as a prisoner. Panthanians don't take prisoners. They kill once they make their minds up on a target. Could be a murder. It seems that Panthanians are willing to burst than to Marlock Cross if you aren't turned over to them. Why don't you tell me why they are here? Perhaps we can help you if you help us. Agreed. They are here because a certain spineless brother of the Abbey Ishap looked up and said, I mean to be a greater things than this. He was unscrupulous, unflinching, dedicated to single selfish cause, with as little consequence as a man has when sweating a fly. He arranged that his abbot should be caught with a sum of money, and that was discovered missing from the brother's coffers. Naturally, the brother intended a suit to you. But you weren't able to keep the secret, weren't you? Someone discovered your deception. My plan was seamless, as perfect as the most perfect pearl, but somehow he found out. So we struck an arrangement. The crawler agreed to silence so long as I contacted Buck and arranged for a magical tutor to be sent periodically to Malacro. The tutors never knew that they were not all the men they trained to their nobles, and things went relatively well for 4 years. Then Book discovered the truth from one of the crawler's men, Krondor. Book with his tutors, stripped us from our books, and left me incapable of fulfilling the details of my secret deal. So the crawler made a new demand. Since I could no longer train his rogues, I was to uncover a certain magical relic for him, or forfeit my life. I refused, and his Panthanian masters were not pleased. I responded with a few to boys that Book's advisor had taught magic nobles, but apparently they were overmatched. The relic crawler wanted was it a book by any chance? Will say no more. The time is come that I made arrangement for my escape from Malacross, and you two may be my only hope. Find Mitchell Waylander and tell him that what has happened, and tell him I don't want anyone else hurt. Once he must has made arrangement, return here and tell me what I must. What? We can't help a criminal escape justice. The men and women of Malacross are concerned about criminality, my ex-boy. They know nothing of them. All they know is that Panthanians have asked my skin, and they will do anything they can to protect themselves if it's turning over an innocent man. Innocent. That is the justice they believe. If you can still find me guilty after your deliberations, then don't bother coming. Okay, this was interesting. Now we have L to deliver. And I wonder where the Waylander is. I think he was one of those guild guys. Live around somewhere. I think he was the guy. There were, but before that we need to turn to Darkmoor, and we could actually the Oracle actually find some food because there were sparse amount of taverns in. They were eat the hag. I mean, old lady. Okay. Might be my stash. Not used. So that horn I can blow. Let them open the door. Surprisingly alert, for the elderly lady had made a trek from the Malacross to Darkmoor unescorted. She greeted them with a broken-toothed smile and motioned for them to come in. Shaking his head, Owen remained rooted in the doorway. Sorry, we don't really have the time to come in. He apologized. We just wanted to check in and see that you made your trip safely. Oh yay, he replied in her thick purr. What that I did, and what of you fellow, did you by chance to get back the cask I left the green shop? Yes. That we did, Owen said, giving the Gorath a meaningful glance as he handed over the cask. Just where you left it. A better lad I couldn't hope for, she quasked, taking the cask. Once she had set it inside next of the door, she put her fingers to her mouth and whistled. Oh, Ulam, where did you put those things I told you? From the back of the house, they could hear another woman's voice replying through they didn't exactly hear what was said. Nothing Bertram told them that wait a moment longer, disappearing inside the darkened interior. Here they is, she said, reappearing after a few moments. The quick motion, she shoved a few trinkets into Howard's hand. Nothing all that special really, but you keep him alright. Again, the voice from the back of the house rose, but this time words were finding discrepant. And don't you let them in the house, Beth. Strangers are nothing but trouble. Rolling her eyes, Bedroom started apology. Sorry, I've got to go before Ulam lays a cow. Thanks again, Gens. Side quest. Ticket. We get that. I don't know. Lockpicks. Turn. The black hole. Miracle awaits you, but quest close. Book of Macros. There's a book we need to find. It's called the Book of Macros. How may we find it? In case phantoms for the book you name does not exist, to the spirit of it burst brightly. I don't understand. You mean that we are looking for his... what we are looking for is alive. Go to the Abbey shop at Sarth and find the knowledge held within the wall. Guardsmiths lie there. Interesting, Puck. Where has Puck gone to? What does the Book of Macros have to do? Puck has been betrayed by one he believed to be a friend. Even now he wanders the distant world in search of his daughter Camina. But he will not find her. In his search, he will reawaken forces sleeping since the Valheru wage their wars against the universe. The Book of Macros will be that by which you are able to save him. But how can I be of any help? He can protect himself. There's little Gorathan I can do. Where he falters, you will grow strong. That the way has been prepared for you. Very, very cryptic. Very cryptic. But we are North. Interesting. So this is one of those chapters where you need to run all over the world. I think the Ale quest from last chapter as well. Found a huge pile of ale. One of those. In location. Couple chapters. Let's rob the place. 62. What is so Thorgard? Certainly, my name is Owen. We were passing back to one. I thought we would stop it. Rest or something. It's rest you are after, then you are nothing. You are more than welcome. Have a seat, but my food has been requested by whom? Krondorian Lancers, or at least what Captain said they were. He said that Prince requested that I turn over the provisions for them. They compensated me for my troubles, of course, 1,000 sovereigns. Congratulations, any plans you really no, not really. I think I'm just concentrating tidying up around here. Maybe find dashing or Signia or Baronet who needs a rich mistress. Where do I stand in line? Sorry, but I have something in mind. Let's say I make up for you a bottle of port. Obviously, I couldn't let the soldiers take everything. So I gave a few bottles to sell until I restocked here. Why don't you take a look of the stock? Sure. One bottle sounds good for its core, Thorgath. I could use something to get the dust off my throat. Certainly, that would no problem. That's certain, that's why. So, Oposh, fetch your bottle. Okay, apparently she didn't everything. That's about even. All right, so yeah. So there's more rations here. Although this was quest reward. Quest to get this up. Base. Temple bags. Okay. Sethanon. Just because you can. Last time they were like huge undead here, but not anymore. But this was the place of big battle in the book. Okay. Interesting. Give 1,000 knights. Dragon's breath. Fine. And Thanos illusion. So, couple things. To find the Wayland guy around here, and then we need to go to Sarth. Wayland guy first. Rigorous. Abuk is still here. Greetings, traveler. I'm Abuk, Picker of Locks and Teacher of Souls. How may I serve you? You said you were a teacher. Could you be interested in teaching us how to pick locks? Abuk is always interested in making money. I propose a pitch of 70 sovereigns and this offer acceptable. Yes. I've spent 70 sovereigns on less interesting subjects to teach us. Just open yourself to new things. So the spell did just to observe keenly. I'm not a magical breed. I know nothing of Kahuna, and yet I have this ability. Make things the knowledge and plant it in the virtual soul of another mind. I have done as requested, however, I have taught you something of the art picking blocks. Our deal is still valid. Agreed, but a bit of advice, if you want to keep your secret hidden, make sure that your students keep their eyes on the lock. You should arrange it so that sparks flew from it, or you had painted a shiny color. I know that many of the trackers who possess magic would use that to keep people from seeing what they are doing. We both learn in this exchange. Your advice is appreciated. Magic and my thanks. Travel to the Son of Cool. I'll pass my one day cross again until then. Are better at lockpicking. Or at least going to be a fair lockpicker. So let's head towards. James is yours. Always win the first round, but then you lose second. Some rations. Let's see how much we get. 250. Wow. Now it's pretty okay to. Almost run to these guys. I guess shirt doesn't put the page. Okay. World. Don't need. grinded enough already. And, day's worth. Crazy people. He was easy. I recall this was the right thing. Ah, mercy persons. Bad guard. Around here. And you missed. Resting. Okay, I can't shoot. Ouch. And Gorat is not. I'm basically full rations or much rations I want to actually give some space for us. It was pretty okay. I have no. Okay, I have one left. One use left of that particular. Okay, there's his. Apparently, that guy, his home was filled with bandits. Take a session with Madame. Will die a slow, painful death. Up again. I wonder why. He actually one of them is still directly in front of Korat. You can Silver Thorn. Have a lots of stuff we are going. That. Might start to use after away. Have like loads of it. And loads of it. And stuff. Going to buy armor. Owen motions the figure across. Man walks over to join them. He stood before them, eyebrows arched inquisitively. It's a Waylander. I don't have time to chat right now. At the Glacier Gold business I need to attend to and far too many pots of glaze before the sun goes down by this evening. I've come from Malax Cross, Grave sent us. What about? The townspeople in Malax Cross are calling for, he said. He said that we should come and ask your help. He's gambling quite a bit that I would help him of all people. If I hadn't accepted his connections to the Krondor and the Guild of Romney, the guild war might have never have shortened last him. Deep down I know he was trying to help us, but the trouble he caused, do you think they will truly attempt to kill him? Can't be convinced, but Abbott seemed convinced. He's wise enough to know. Alright then, I'll give you a note to give to the Abbott. There's a Glazier's Guild office in Malax Cross and they should be able to help him out. But I'm calling the last of my favors. I'll probably lose the guild, but for a friend. I'm sure he will appreciate it. Thank you, Mitchell. He's going to help. So basically now we could actually go north and from here and do the side quests, or we can actually head to the start, which we were actually directed. I really want to know. I don't need to want to go over. I mean, if you want to have adventure and you have time, there's lots to be learned and played, even in the first chapter. So I haven't played everything, but since the time is essence and this is old-fashioned role-playing game, it's going to take lots of time, and I'll cut it a bit shorter. Yes, we can. Then we return to Malax Cross. We are going to Malax Cross. Are we? Oh yeah, past the cross. By faster to drive from this perspective. You guys have a road trip here. I wonder, it was said that this game was made with the flight simulator engine, the Dynamics flight simulator. Okay, so 1989 game called A10 Tank Killer. That was made with this. I think Red Baron was as well. Borderland Plus. Okay. Yeah, the flight simulator engine has been killing urban people. Okay. Okay, you bastard. Have you spoken to Mitchell? He has plans that he believes will work. He sent along the details. Tactics, 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 always tactics. Justify the end to my life. As Abbott, I suppose. The priest power brought down by the dawn. The circle. It's not too late to do the right thing, but you have a chance to strike back at the crawler. You can tell me how get the relic so that he doesn't gain it. Tell me how to get the Book of Macros. Book of Macros? I've never heard of it. I transcribed quite a few of the book that came from his library when he left Midkemia. But I believe I would have remembered reading a book by that title. I know very little about the magicals except what is written in books of Thomas' historical commentaries on the Rift War with the Surani. No, the Krondor was after a magical sword that was reputed and lost near Malak's Cross. The dim past. Personally, I don't believe the Quadra Revenge is anything but a myth. You just mentioned someone in Thomas Wolf that Thomas is a war leader of elves in Elvendar, the consort of Queen Algrana. He was very close to Bug, as I understand it, and I believe he has also spent little time with Macros. Perhaps he may know about your Book of Macros. It's a lead in, but a lead. Thank you about I think we have the book. Perhaps we will meet again under happier circumstances. Unlikely unless you set your feet on the road to Kesh. I imagine that's where I go next. Goodbye and farewell. Yes, it is. Good luck. Okay, so he basically gave us second location and mentioned this fabled sword we can actually build in a pieces, and I really have bothered with maybe with the first play, but not later play. So now we turn to Krondor. Guys are actually running around. Second direction, but something's right. Could be an ambush. Yes, there is an ambush. You always say that there's an ambush. Oh, okay, let's have it. Okay, that's lots of people. One wizard. This game, state of game. Okay, let's try something. Earthquake grab. Okay, that's fine. Confused enemy spell cast. Sooner Challenger. Illusion. Please attack him. Dragon, where's the fire breath? Blade to do extra fire damage. Night Fingers is actually stealing stuff. Cast. Okay, Skyfire. try this target. So I can actually create a second Korath. And they're attacking him. That's very handy. Okay, now I'm poisoned. Now anymore. And now I noticed that it's actually probably the antidote. Can I use this for once? It's a Skyfire basically, which I can use even if I'm close combat. Quite useful. The mages can't cast if they are in close combat, but in case that working. Have a space for. Lightning staff. Second lightning staff here. Wow. That. So it's taking for okay, so I can start blasting stuff. Now. I should be starting to use this if I extra. Before this I was like, yeah, not going to use it because, yeah. Bother with the money though. Okay. These are not smudges, they are features. Okay, they didn't have a iron sound in that picture. That's a crazy. Luckily they are somewhat slow. There's a drive. Kind of like a protection those. They don't have armor. Oh, okay. Side of temple. Hey, do you know why there's monsters outside of your... They don't want to talk. I think... more enemies. Here, stop firing. Big enemies. He's poisoned again. Poisoned. Or spoiled. Stuff. And use the spyglass in chapter really. We haven't really been searching stuff. I think I'm going to take... Then charges in this one ring. I had like a long time. I had like 2 rings, and that was like taking space because there weren't that many tunnels. This basically same as can use this. Uh, so we can actually chase the enemies that are standing to that. Watermark hole. Still wielding a hoe in his fist, gestured to Owen with. I would advise you to stay well clear of south. Our brother Dominic has fallen ill, the Kvikian fever. Why didn't anyone treat the fever before it became serious? None of us knew what he was infected until this morning. When he woke this morning, he reported the Brotherhood herbalist that he was experiencing dizziness. It's one of the early signs of the fever, but I wouldn't be overly concerned. Quaking fever is rarely fatal to adults. It's not the fever's primary effects that concern me. As the keeper of the gates, Brother Dominic is the greatest wielder of the magical arts among us. Should he begin to hallucinate, he may lose his capacity to discern between real and imagined threat. He might view other members of the Brotherhood as enemies, and perhaps he will see a threat to the outside world. We know from Bark of Stardock that things of this nature can occur when magicians fall. And no one can break his fever. I'm sure the herbalist will do what he can, but our best hope resides from Brother Dominic's iron will. Until such time his fever breaks, the Bishop of Stad will be a fearfully dangerous place. And I would advise against going. Was there something you needed from the Abbey? My grandmother used to tell me stories about the chambers beneath Stad that he said were only part of the rich dwarven mind. Called it MacBordan's Bogalborgu. MacBordan's dog. Ah, that's interesting. I believe it has called, yes. One time is what first impressive emerald mine. Success that there still might be tunnels that connect to the Abbey. Do you have any of the old Warren maps of deeds? We might be able to get in that old mine. I wonder if that was same mine mentioned in the odd note. Unfortunately, those maps are not in the hands of the brothers Shard at the moment. We gave it over to the assistant tax collector who lives in Egli. Ah, we know this guy. Fellow named Stellan. Ah, I know there was some confusion regards of how much Abbey would be taxed because its connection to the old. You speak to him, I'm sure he could show you those documents. At least it sounds like a way we may be able to re-enter the Abbey. Faster. I don't suppose among those masses the books have in the Abbey you would have one of the chests. I'm looking information chest move Abbar's turn. The Gessian library would be without one of as the Abbey was found wonders. It stands to reason you have something wonderful. If you pick up something for this, I would be very happy to pay a finder's fee for anything you can find. Chess moves. Governors. Okay, he's I just wish we spent our time. And what I mean is that roll on your lap is known as Salabelahi. The victor's soul is perhaps the rarest and most valuable fighting subject of chess to put in paper. Unfortunately, it's only exceedingly rare. I get chills of thinking what we had get it. The translation available and quickly before once. Okay, so now there's something. Do you know anything about Book of Macros? Of macros, no. About macros, I know we have few of them in vaults. Concerning the legends about Villa Pelata, where he was living in Sorcerer's Isle. We might also have few things by him in there, but I couldn't be certain without checking. So we are go. We are trying the best to find. I think we have now the paper and access the tunnels. Light blinded open, streaming yards back from the doorway he had been. But the press open covered his eyes as he is averting some great horror. Stumbling backward into Gorath, he trembled in the various grasp, magical gasp, triple magic. It was like looking into a nightmare. Someone has farted the door. Facing his hold on the boy, Squart started at the door went open. Is there anything you can banish it? Shook his head. No, it's far too blower. We'll have to find another way if we enter this. It's warded. We have a paper. It Egli and had a map. Go back and check. Missed something. It was so odd because the plot kind of dropped right there. We didn't what this about. Back to the Egli. These keys had worked. Okay. One page. I think I have found the bugged out is not totally unheard of. Even if this was relatively bug free or very bug free in that day standards, it might still be bugging some bugs. For example, way you could actually get more turns battle. I come off to the Candleway. What about Sart has you quickly back here? This map. Okay. I have this map, so they should be all. Check the bugged right now. Housing Eggley. I have a map. So I should have like although I'm pretty good at finding these bugs, but when you are streaming, it's kind of annoyance that game can't actually beat for some reason or not. GOG games should have been updated. So this I'm think this is patched version. This is puzzling. Basically, I should be able to enter mines now. Practically, doesn't seem to be like that. Ah, bothersome. Um, Really. Dragon's Breath, that's probably right. Cast some special spell on that. Or there's something that I don't understand. What's puzzling? somehow the game hasn't flagged that I have a map, so I should be able. Version is 1 point patch. Well, this is boring. Uh, Apparently, this is bugging. I can't enter the place, so we are not going to play this chapter through today. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. We're going to continue other games in day and Thursday. So pretty much normal timetable. Anyway,